Like, it's like shit. I survived the fucking cult.
Right?
Shit, I didn't, like my mother was like, oh shit, Jim Jones. And I'm like, always in the back of my mind is, if they tell you to kill somebody,
Right.
and if they tell you to kill yourself.
Yeah.
Right.
Up to that point, I might consider. But once it got to that point, I'm like, okay, where's the exit?
Time for me to leave.
Where's the exit? Oh shit!
Right.
And then you realize the guy in front of you, you see them collapse, but you didn't go through the door. I
Yeah.
was like, fuck.
Yeah, that's scary. Yeah, I never liked anything that much either.
I'm sorry?
I said I've never liked anything that much either.
But there's a part of me that loves. It's like I've cultivated this desire to just live in the uniqueness of everything.
Yes.
Right?
Right?
And all of a sudden I realize, how dare you? You're supposed to be this narrow. Right? You're supposed to only appreciate these kinds of things, or these kinds of ways, or this kind of narrative. And it's like, wait a minute, y'all, come on. It's like, because I love myself doesn't mean I'm incapable of loving others.
Exactly.
But I'm not hating on me no more.
That's funny because I was just saying this a few weeks ago. We were sitting out here, and I was just saying, I said, if we could just get to the point where even when we see something that makes us uncomfortable, okay, or some individual especially. Let's start at the individual level. Okay, and let's just say
keep going.
That
this feels like I'm getting
okay. We meet and I'm uncomfortable with you, okay, as a person and what you represent and everything else, okay, and we know that's not true, but you understand where I'm coming from, right?
Yep.
Why can't I, instead of putting a barrier between us immediately, okay, with my body language, with my whatever, okay, why can't I just take a moment to pause and appreciate your uniqueness in this world, okay, because it's not my world,
but for me,
and just appreciate the things about you that are nothing like me.
But see, for me, the parts that I find nothing like me, I wonder, is it the irritant because it actually is like me?
Well, it is.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Well, okay, here's another one for you.
How do you think shame works?
Right?
Ooh, yum, tell more. I never thought of that.
We can't get into that whole thing today.
That's a rabbit hole for your ass. But
that's our next book, for real.
So I used to say shame was the shepherd's rod.
The shepherd's staff.
The shepherd's staff. And you use the staff as a shepherd to do two things. Beat off predators and bring in the one that's gone astray. Okay.
With the crook.
But I've since come to the space of shame is more like just the fruit of man, period.
It totally is.
Just
like I
just see shame as a worthless emotion. Worthless. Absolutely worthless. Because to me, shame is an indulgence. Who's got time to hesitate and go, oh, I feel so much shame. Yeah, motherfucker, if you feel that much shame, let's see some actions.
Hello?
Let's see some actions.
Hello?
Let's fuck the contrition. Let's see some actions. Let's see people really transform themselves. No, seriously, all of us, every one of us, fuck this. And the beauty to me is that there's an energy with people that cannot be heralded or that was right. Herded.
Yeah. I know.
Or heralded. Those of us that kind of listen and go, 70%.
You know what I'm saying?
15% distortion. 15% just fucked up. Okay, that 30%. Gotta meet at least 97.20.
You know what I mean?
I mean, it's gotta be, honestly, and people look at me like, but isn't there enough veracity there for you to give your whole self and commit, bam, to this cause? And you go, you know what? I don't need a cause. I don't need a fucking cause. Give me some fucking actions.
Thank you.
I don't need a cause.
Thank you.
Shit.
Who does this sound like?
You know, and they're like, well, no, nobody has gotten anywhere without an organization behind it.
That's bullshit.
And I think to myself, that may be true, but some people generate organization.
Thank you. There's a difference. Okay, and is it organic and is it healthy?
Well, they don't even fucking know what healthy is.
I think we do.
No. I think intuitively we do.
Yeah.
But I think there's some people that are resistant to it because they know that they're not.
Okay.
And I'm talking about on a lot of realms.
The most.
And for me right now, the joy that I am experiencing.
Mm-hmm.
Whew.
Isn't that cool? It is. And that was the end of my thing was that, okay, not only can I appreciate your differentness or what have you, but I can also, how do we say this, secondhand experience joy through you.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Because you can
Vicarious
experience
joy.
a kind of joy that I can't.
Yes.
And that's beautiful.
Well, for
That
me-
we don't have like this one fucking way to experience joy in any realm. Think of it, any sphere of influence in any category. There's all these different ways to experience joy, and the reason you know that that's true is because there's no two perspectives alike.
You know what I
8
feel?
billion and counting.
You know what I feel? That there are like flocks,
Okay.
and sometimes the flocks look like monochrome, and other times it looks so polychromatic that you think, God damn, is there a color that they missed?
Right.
It's like if you can imagine a sphere as a platonic, what do you call it? Platonic. Shit.
Lost it.
No, it's platonic. If there's these different forms of. Oh man. Okay, so platonic forms are forms where the angles are they're equidistant.
Mm-hmm.
So like in a square, all of the angles are equal. In
Yes.
Where are the broad stripes?
in an octahedron, in a
Right.
duodecahedron, all the angles are. Ouch! All the angles are the same.
Right.
But I really feel that what's happening now is we're consciously accessing each platonic solids.
Okay.
But what if the chromatics were so varied they look like a sphere as opposed to, let's say,
Ooh.
like meta what was his name? Metatron's cube.
Okay.
And then when you start looking at how all these platonic solids interface,
Mm-hmm.
then you know that balance must come from these forms being in proper proportion within any unit. So it doesn't mean that a unit can't have any balance, but overall there has to be a balance.
Right.
So that's where we have to find our forms.
Yeah.
My point is, I think that we've seen enough of the ugly side of human beings. I feel like we're out of balance in that.
For
I feel like
sure.
we're out of balance in projecting the future, what we want,
Mm-hmm.
because we are still trying to, but that can't be real, but that can't be real, but that can't
Come
be real.
on.
As opposed to saying, we're creating it.
Right?
I see the future. I see it. I mean, it just blasts, you know.
I just see it farther out than you do.
You do?
Yeah. And when I talk to you, I get excited and I want to believe it, but I think it's further down the line, bro. Like
what?
even past that 300 years you're talking about.
No. It's. See, I think that within 300 years,
Mhm.
for a fact, people are not going to be worried about the programming.
Okay.
They're going to be worried about the authenticity of the existence
Of the experience.
of the experience. So they're not going to be so easy to be bought and manipulated and all of that stuff. But anyway,
Well, I think we're kind of already seeing that.
but
But it's still distorted
I mean,
as
but
fuck.
I find it fascinating that people haven't shifted their focus.
Mhm.
I find it fascinating when I see that I'm caught in the trap this time.
Sorry to interrupt, but it's 9:15.
Oh, yeah.
Damn!
You made me.